I'm Lara, and this is my channel. It's called Sewed by Lara. It is Friday, January 27th. I've had a very slow month. I've been sewing, but not at my normal wild pace of pumping out kind of an outfit a week or like one piece a week. Um, I've been tired, so I've been paying attention to my body's need for sleep or just to be still, and that's kind of paying off because I can feel my energy rising. I was driving back home last night after late afternoon, and I was noticing as I was going that the trees, you can see the sap rising in the trees and changing the tips of them from that kind of gray dead looking color. They kind of have this purplish kind of color to them now, reminding us that the energy's rising. So like the trees, I needed to be dormant a little bit, and then allow my energy to rise. So have had a good day. I'm off for the next 4 days, so trying to get a variety of things accomplished around the house. I spent about an hour and a half out in the garden just repotting some plants and putting in some bulbs that will come up later. And now I've moved inside, and I'm waiting for some fabric to wash, and I'll be cutting that up later on. So some things I wanted to talk about. I picked up these notebooks. They're from the Ruby Star Society. I picked these up from Bertie and Dot, the quilt store in Edmonton. And they've got, it's the graph paper inside both of them, yeah. And my thought was, I need something to collect ideas and fabric in. Now, what I mean by that is I'm buying fabric and I go, I'm going to buy this 3 meters of fabric or whatever amount it is for this particular project. And then I wash it and I label it that it's washed and what the content is and where I've got it. And then I put it on the shelf. And by the time I go back to it, in some cases, if I don't do it right away, I don't know what I had intended it for. So in the wash right now, there's one piece of fabric that I'm going to, I don't know where I put it, make this dress out of an orange stripe. It's really nice, really, really nice. And so I'm quite excited about that. But, I need to record, okay, I've got this orange stripe fabric. I picked it up at Fabricland and I want to make Butterwick, blah, blah, blah with it. And that, I've got the fabric for it, right? And all the notions and things like that. I think that will help me be able to use my stuff up more effectively than just, like I was before. I'd see a piece of fabric and go, I really like that, and I'll buy it because I really like it. And yes, I'm still going to have some purchasing like that, but I'm trying to be more discerning. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. I'm trying to be more discerning about what I am buying, and to make it up in a relatively quick period of time so that I can enjoy it, right? It does no good sitting in a closet not being used, right? And yeah, it gives me pleasure to look across directly from here into my quilt cupboard and see this rainbow of quilting cottons, for the quilts that I make. But again, I've got lots, right? And I need to start eating into that fabric. So that is one of the things that I am working on. I need to give it a little bit more thought about how I'm going to record it in these journals, so that I remember. And that means I got to kind of have that with me on a regular basis to transfer over, right? So there's that. That's one of my little projects. The other thing that I've been working on is my Make 9. So I think I've whittled it down now, because I had like Make 16. um, and I don't think I'm alone in that. I think a lot of people have a hard time figuring out what they want to make. And I was listening to Kath Creates or Kath Crafts. She's in the UK. And if I got it wrong, I'll correct, put a text up here and correct myself. But she was talking about her Make 9 and again, being deliberate in what's going to be for fun, what's going to challenge me, and then what are some kind of basic pieces that I need to fill in my wardrobe. And I thought that was probably a good way for me to be thinking about what I'm making and how I'm inserting another garment or garments into my closet at this time. The other big thing, back to the Make 9. I'll put in a slide so that you can see what those are. I'm using a lot of style art patterns. I was going through my digital library of patterns and I've got oodles, like hundreds, literally hundreds. Not just paper patterns, but those digital files. And I'm like, Lara, you got to start using them. You've bought them and it does no good for them to be sitting in that digital file. Print them off, put them together when you're on your own in the evenings, and sew them up. The good thing about style art patterns is their block fits me very well. I don't have to do a whole lot of alterations, which is kind of wonderful. Because again, who likes to alter stuff, right? It's not an exciting process. And I'm not a great one for making toiles, unless I've got a really precious fabric that I want to be doubly sure that what I'm making out of it, it's gonna go well for me, that whole process. So other things that I want to do in this year is to make a shirt dress collection. So right now I have, I think, 3 shirt dresses. 2 of them are ready to wear from H&M that I bought 2 years ago. Interestingly enough, they're both black and cream, which again, black really isn't my color. Cream, yes, it is. So I've got to be kind of strategic in how I wear that, right? So that I don't look like I'm the one going to a funeral or in the coffin. I'm usually much better off in brighter colors, like something like I'm wearing today. So my plan is to make some shirt dresses, right? And it's kind of twofold. One, they're easy, right? They're just really, really easy. Maybe not to make, but they're easy to wear. And they're very classic, and you can look very, very stylish. So Anita, at Anita by Design, at Christmas, made herself an olive green shirt dress, and she looked fabulous. And so that kind of gave me a bit of an incentive. And I actually bought some cotton poplin in navy from Minerva. Actually, it's not navy. What do they call it? French navy, maybe, but it's navy. But it's a bit warmer for my color palette, which is good. And so I thought, okay, I'll make a shirt dress. Now, as I mentioned, I've got 2 ready to wear shirt dresses in my closet, And the third ready to wear is a spanner dress, and it's made out of quite a heavy twill fabric, and it's sleeveless, and it's very classy. I've had it since 2006, and whenever I wear it, I get a lot of compliments on it, because it's just one of those things that looks so striking, right? And you can dress it up or dress it down. So I just kind of thought I need some more of those kind of pieces. And in some ways, I'm mimicking my departed grandmother, who she would wear, she called them her house dresses, but they're essentially a shirt dress, right, that she would wear around the house. And some of them were made out of chiffon with a lining, a little bit more fancier ones, and she put a belt on. And then there was others just made out of cotton. So and I like to wear dresses. I'll wear joggers, and you've seen me on my channel wearing them and making them, but again, they're for specific purposes usually, and to keep warm if it's cold where I am. But the shirt dresses, it's a little bit different. So I have a pile, and I'll just kind of put them together here. And this isn't all of them. Like, this is just the ones that I had in my sewing room. I know, it's a bit excessive, isn't it? They're all pretty much the same. So there's this one from Simplicity and Project Runway, which gives you a number of different views. I've got one here from Berta, a Butterick one. McCall's. This is a pretty old one that I've had for a long time. And this was the one that most reminded me of one of my grandma's shirt dresses, which was in chiffon with a lining, and it was blue and white polka dots in it, like a pale blue color. There's this one, and it's twin, and I need to check and see if it's the same pattern or not. Again, a Vogue one, another McCall's one, and another one. Here's a very old one that I've had. This is one I bought recently because I fell in love with this one. And Whitney, on her channel, Tomcat Stitchery, I think was showing this one. So I also like the handkerchief hems. I've always been a fan of handkerchief hems. If I could have found a dress for my my graduation banquet, or prom as they call it in the States, I would have had a handkerchief hem. I love them that much. So another one, and again, got it on sale. This is one that Shan on Kittenish Behavior really likes to make, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. And then lastly, this one from Mimi G. And of course, I love Mimi's style. She always looks so hip and current, whether she's wearing joggers and a tank top, or whether she's dressed up to the nines. So that's kind of my start of shirt dresses. So I think I've got enough to do a shirt dress a month. Because January is almost over, again, it's the 27th. I probably won't get one done for January, so I might have to make two at some point. But that's kind of my plan, and I thought I'd share. So, anyone else have a fetish for shirt dresses, or any other type of patterns that you just kind of you make different varieties of that one thing? I'd be curious to hear about that. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. I wish you all the best of the day or evening